Inside the magically sealed gazebo ahead floats the frosted cerise you need for the ritual. 3 bears rest outside. Magical talking bears, no doubt. This is the Feywild. You've recovered the frosted cerise for the ritual. You've recovered both the loot and the frosted cerise. Now, where has Melody hidden Lord Arden? You notice a pillar of magical energy streaming from a distant portal. Perhaps that contains the secret. You approach the portal, but a pixie flutters into it.
She said to make sure you didn't make it to her. I won't let you get here. I won't let it wake up.
The pixie smiles.
You won't contest my friends and me. So long as they are alive, their action will sustain me.
A portal opens as the pixie collapses. In his last moments, he says,
You haven't won yet. You still need the true name.
You exit the portal and find yourself in a strange, empty void. Yet that appears to be Lord Arden's resting place ahead. Between you and Lord Arden stands Cadence the Hag. She must have been disguised as Melody the Apothecary the entire time. Cadence prepared for battle.
Never know when to quit. I should have seen that you can't trust the pixie to do a hag's work.
Cadence finishes her conjuration. Slimes emanating a frigid mist suddenly appear nearby.
You killed my sister, so I'll have to make do with these vile cauldron leftovers. I wouldn't go anywhere near them personally now. Be a dear and die for good this time.
Weakened and battered, Cadence tries to surrender.
All right. That's enough. You need what I have. So then, let's make a deal.
You've reluctantly decided to allow Cadence to live in exchange for Lord Arden's true name. You lay out the ingredients for the ritual and repeat the steps to reverse the curse. First, play the lute. Then, grind up the flower's roots. Last, burn the roots along with Lord Arden's true name. You play a brief melody on Pearson's lute. You mash the flower's roots into a pulp with little effort. You set a small blaze, then drop the crushed. Lord Arden thanks you for awakening him from this curse. He urges you to speak with him back at Winwood Hall in the waking world.
short steps, the temperature plummets, and snow covers the ground. Whatever caused this sudden change in the climate surely wasn't natural. Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
The Prince of Frost glowers down at you.
Yes? Why have you come here? Out with it!
The Prince of Frost chuckles, but his eyes remain cold and hard as they bore down at you.
You come asking for favors when you impose on me by your very presence? Not many would dare to overstep so cavalier. But as I feel numb with tedium, I will allow it. You will perform the 3 tasks I have set you. Only then will I consider your request.
The Prince of Frost waves his hand, and a trio of portals open nearby.
Go, and be quick about it. Each second you stand here is a second of my patience being siphoned away.
You find yourself inside the base held by the rebel bandits. The Prince of Frost wants you to retrieve a wine chalice that they stole. The bandits said something about needing to get the patrolling sentries to wake everyone up. It may be possible to sneak past the sentries and through the sleeping bandits without needing to fight. Rummaging through this well-worn journal, you learn that the bandit captain has a private stash of treasure hidden somewhere in the caverns. It would certainly be a shame if it were to be left behind. This is the missing wine chalice that the Prince of Frost requested. An injured guard calls out to you. You there! You have the look of an adventurer. The villagers have been captured and dragged off by those brutish Fomorians. I'm in no shape to do anything about it. Rescue them, please. I beg of you. You overhear an argument between the Fomorians. Perhaps there's some way to take advantage of this strife? Lurtz gives a loud yell and attacks. In the distance, you can hear crew trying to assist. Have been defeated, and the village is now safe. You've arrived at Rhyme's Refrain, one of the Prince of Frost's favorite venues. He demands that you remove the griffins that seem to have made their home inside the amphitheater. A number of griffins are perched throughout the amphitheater. They look at you apprehensively, but make no move to attack. You skillfully tend to the griffins' wounds. In time, the griffins will be able to return to their usual lairs. The amphitheater can now return to regular use. That takes care of one favor for the Prince of Frost. Now that you've done these 3 favors for the Prince of Frost, perhaps he'll return for one. The tramp of approaching boots echoes through the amphitheater. Then a vicious voice calls out,
The ones who bring me the Matriarch's head gets an extra share of gold!
The hunters have caught up to the injured Nuclear. She is in no condition. To once again even the scales, the Prince of Frost agrees to lend you his powers in reaching Hirsum's fortress. You can now proceed with the final part of your plan, trading Hirsum's needle for the Codex pages.
Ahead lies Bitterspine Palace, home to the Baron and Baroness Bitterspine, and one of the many holdings of the Prince of Frost.
Snow drifts into the open gateway of the abandoned lodge. You spot Hirsum, the Prince of Satyrs, through the gate.
We meet again, Bear. I see you're still here, carrying out your duties.
You know that I am bound to this place, Prince. It was your command.
You don't seem very enthusiastic about it. As it happens, I'm about to have a very important meeting here, and I don't wish to be disturbed. I'll need some guards. Reliable guards, not a grumpy old flea bag like yourself. Let's see. Yes, that should do it. Don't bother to get up, Bear. I wouldn't want to interrupt your busy schedule.
The bear looks up at you. He's known you were there all along.
You might as well come in.
He grumbles as he opens the gate. The bear agrees to help you find the Baron, but first you must bring him 3 items.
Hey. Vamos ativar, cara.